Seems fine. Okay. Let's continue. Excuse me. Giggling Hill. We got the scimitar from the Giggling Hill. Yeah. Thundering Claw of the Bear God. Incredible. And we have the option to actually go with this long spear for a reach weapon. But wow, according to this tooltip, yeah, all natural attacks from both the wielder of the scimitar and the wielder's animal companion have concussive and shocking modifiers applied to them. I want to test if this applies to my leopard as well. Oh yeah, let's go and find some random encounters around here. This place cannot be visited right now. Okay. Okay. So let's get back to maybe the Hemlock Island and then yeah. Mysterious Shrine, another one. And the other one is in Giggling Hill. Let's go and... I'll check here. Hemlock Island. Yeah. Oh, that's a book event. Okay. Reaching the wooded isle. Oh. I stopped to look around. The locals living around the lake fully believed that the place was cursed. Day and night, colored lights, probably will-o-wisps. Local legend said that anyone who saw those lights will definitely disappear. If not that night, then within the month for sure. We didn't see any lights at all though. The island seemed forlorn and completely uninteresting. Silent, gloomy pines loomed over the grey rocky shore. A narrow path disappeared into the woods. We decided to follow the path. Whoever made the path clearly didn't use it often. We could barely make it out among the ferns. We had to walk single file along the path as branches from the crowded bushes grabbed at our sleeves and backpack straps, only to hit the next person in line once we passed. The forest grew taller and thicker and ever darker. The air suddenly grew intensely humid as clouds of milky white, incredibly thick fog blowed up from the ground. And believe me, dear reader, when I say incredibly thick, we're not talking like how an innkeeper might talk up his soup. It became impossible to see past our own noses, and it was like our ears had been stuffed with cotton. The air itself became so dense, it was like walking through water. We had to navigate by touch, and we could move only half as fast as we'd been going. Isolde, who'd been walking last, was forced to stop. With great difficulty, she could barely make out the muffled and worried voices of her friends ahead. Something had to be done, but what? Nope. Isolde decided to break through the fog and try to catch up to everyone. Moving forward in such conditions was too dangerous. Isolde decided to stay put and call out to her friends. No matter how loud she screamed, Isolde's voice couldn't penetrate the thick blanket of fog. Her companions' voices grew fainter and fainter until they died out entirely. Isolde felt the sharp realization that she was completely alone. Okay, I don't like it. Don't like it a bit. The fog finally began to clear, and soon there was no trace of it. Isolde looked back, and her friends were nowhere to be seen. But up ahead, she could just make out a blinking welcoming light. This is ominous. As Isolde approached the light source, it quickly became clear that the light was a bonfire. Soon Isolde entered a bright-lit clearing and saw all of us. But why then did no one jump up to greet her or give a welcoming yell or a hug or even offer a cup of hot tea? Why had everyone frozen in their seats, spoons lifted in the air? Why the deathly silence? Imagine Isolde's surprise when she finally saw why her appearance had caused such a strange reaction. It seemed she hadn't been missing at all. She had been sitting with us all by the fire, watching her exact copy emerge from the forest. What? Yes, dear reader, just imagine it. Two copies of the Queen met in the clearing, seemingly identical. But which of the two was real? The Queen, sitting by the fire, said, "How can there be any doubt? I'm the real Queen, of course. Devils know who just walked out of the forest, and you're ready to believe them over me? So much for good friends." And what did the Queen, who walked out of the forest, answer? I can tell you exactly how many meals we carried with us, down to the last pack of hardtack. Can she do the same about the mobility check? How about a diplomacy check? How about an intimidate check? Yeah. Let's do this. If this doesn't work, we will just load, I suppose. But it did. What bracers? A deafening silence hung in the air. One could hear the thoughts churning through our brains. And then, the Isolde sitting by the fire laughed in a strange voice. She stood up and began rising into the air. Harpies? Oh. The mask dropped and we saw a short, pale man with blonde hair and parrot-like wings with bright feathers. We all went after him together, but Isolde held onto him most tightly. Her hands gripped the Joker's wing in an iron grip. Then an ear-piercing whistle sounded from all around us, and stones began raining on us from above. The imposter was aided by his winged kin, who grabbed him by the hands and began pulling him up. We didn't give up, but in the end we were overpowered. There were just too many. Dear reader, they quickly reclaimed our prisoner from us. Soaring into the air and shaking their fists at us, they flew off. We sat a long time around the fire, laughing and chatting about how Isolde cleverly dispelled the illusion. And when morning came, as we looked around at the rainbow-colored feathers left behind by our uninvited guests, I noticed one of them had lost a valuable bracer in the fight. We ended up with a trophy at least. Well, I wouldn't call this a trophy, but... what was it though? Oh, and this one. Got this. And this one. Golden Vision. Plus 1 bonus to... plus 2 bonus to saving throw against illusion school spells. Okay. Why not? Why not? And the mysterious shrine. Okay. So... we're just waiting on another news from Pitax, is that it? And we probably need to do some kingdom management stuff though. Yeah. But I want to investigate what is going on around here as well. That is the river crossing. There's nothing else here, I guess. Nothing else. Probably, yeah.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Yeah, it will be nice. Let's see. Let's just enter here. try to understand what's going on here. Probably another piece of that puzzle, right?
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Together we stand.
Once more.
Just letting the ink dry.
Yes.
Okay.
I will not falter.
Most of us are... Yeah. Why don't we just... Hold on. Yep.
Let's move already. Spell's not working like that.
Yeah, I know.
Give the order.
I know, honey. It's not working like that.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Anything is possible.
Okay. Maybe a good hope. Why not?
I will see this
And then
through.
you're casting that
Open to your
one.
orders.
Let's see. Yeah.
I stand ready.
Cast this one on maybe Zolde as well. Right?
No one stands in my way.
You can cast this on Similodon.
am your shield.
You can cast this on the Similodon.
My skills are getting rusty.
Yeah.
What troubles you?
Our time has come.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's not waste any more time.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Are you still...
Together we stand.
Come on, Lindsay.
I'm losing my temper.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
You require my assistance?
I wrote it like I saw it.
Let us not hesitate.
Okay. Let's go. Mysterious Shrine. Oh. Hmm. Okay.
Head on!
Anything else? Nope. There's a shrine though. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Okay, that means... Sleep well, my queen, rest in your endless sleep. Let us, the betrayers, have dreams in your stead.
I won't be halted.
Okay, let me grab another screenshot of this. Right? Thank you. Let's check everyone here. This is the mystery shrine. North of. Yeah. Giggling Hills, right? Gee Hills. Yeah. Well. Just buff for nothing.
We do it my way.
Let's get out. Let's go. Let's go back and do some kingdom management stuff, right? Let's rank up our advisors, our counselors.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Yeah, let's go here.
I require rest.
We will rest soon. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's do this. I want to test the leopard's claws and bites. Oh no. What is this? Come on. Come on. Okay. Let's just...
I will not falter.
Oh god. This is fire. Maybe a
Lindsay,
good
what's called
hope
forth?
on everyone else, and
All
a
this waiting
haste,
bores me.
Depend on me.
Don't
and
hesitate.
what else? Okay,
Yes. Quiet. I'm thinking.
Adventures call to them.
uh, okay, okay,
Battles await.
it looks fine, I guess.
Stand with me.
Let's do this. No, 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 no. Because we're flat-footed, right? God damn it. What? Okay, are we hitting this guy? Probably we are, but you can see the damage. 10 damage. Okay, okay. Yeah, this one hasn't played yet.
I grant you death.
29, 26, 19. And it's dead. Thank you. Jibble lost. You missed? You missed again? Come on. Okay, time to test the leopard's attacks now. Let's do this. I want to see it. I think it works. I think it works. Right? I like it. I like it. Like it a lot. I want Sophia to attack as well. I want to see Sophia doing damage with it as well. Isolde, let's skip. Okay, let's just skip Valerie as well. Okay, Sophia. Let's go.
We shall overcome.
18 damage. Yeah, acid, tonic, electricity. Where's that acid coming from though? Because of this? There's 1d6 points of acid damage. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it.
Cannot hide from me.
Nice. Let me check the key though. 10 more different types of monsters
I
and
lead,
we're done.
you follow.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. 10 more different types of enemies and then we can go and open that portal inside the Lonely Barrow.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
We will after we get back to the capital, Nikondia. Let's teleport back to capital and then see what's going on there. I'll probably need to what was that? Lindsay? Isolde, I have some bad news. It looks like we did well to keep our distance from Razmir. Our warriors arrested a smuggler crossing the border. He was carrying a large quantity of Razmir's tears, a magical drug that can break any man's will and turn him into a shivering addict. He also carried letters threatening our merchants. Razmir's plan was to cripple trade by manipulating our merchants after getting them addicted to the tears. Now that his agent is in our hands, Razmiran is offering an apology and a substantial compensation in gold. If we set aside thoughts of revenge, I agree that we should extend some courtesy and spare the lives of Razmir's subjects. But gold is not good enough. We should request a treasure from Razmir's private magic arsenal, which is rumored to be stocked with many curious items. Magical items. Quarterstaff plus 5. That deals an additional 2d6 force damage. Hmm. 500 BP or this staff. I want to check the staff. Yeah. 500 BP could be cool. Because we're probably getting low on BP, but yeah. I want to see, I want to know what this item is. Okay. That was it? Amiri, is that you? Come to the tavern after the council, we need to talk about my damn tribe and Nilak. And about the ghost. Will you come? I will wait. I will try not to get drunk, but I really want to. Okay, need to go to talk to Amiri. What's next? It is Tristian. Tristian remains silent for a long time. When he finally opens his mouth, his voice is hoarse and tired. I won't take much of your time, Isolde. Please don't. I've been meaning to ask you about something. This might seem stupid or arrogant or just insolent. I want to talk to you. Okay. I think you know what it's about. It's what I've done and what I haven't. But let's speak in private. Okay. I will be at the weaving point in the palace garden. Okay. 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 Why not? Why not? We're now dealing with your personal problems. Chemo, you brought us a bulwark. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chemo. What else? Are we done? We're done. Okay. So, where's that? Where's that staff? Come on. Where's that? Another, yeah. Perception checks and... Oops. Sorry about that. Five competence bonus on... Yeah, hold on, let me... 22. Jaytal's, look at Jaytal's perception, 37. And with this, I would be sitting at 27, I guess. Let's see. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Look at the scimitar. Looks fantastic though. Yeah, it does. Okay, let's keep it. Where's Valerie? Oh, I'm wearing this one. Right, okay. 46 AC, not bad. Not bad. You're getting there, Valerie. But obviously, after all of these buffs, yeah, these guys will have probably more AC than you do. But let's go. We will need to talk to Tristian and then Amiri, right? Hold on, let me see. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
Let's move already.
Yeah. Let's just leave them here. Right? We will sell the rest, I suppose. Maybe keep this with us. We might actually need to make some perception checks in the future. Right? Hold on. Loki. Okay. Let's go. Go and talk to them first. Valerie is at the tavern. And let's go and talk to the barbarian. Oh god. Let's see what she's got to say about her damned tribe. What's going on, Mary? Remember that evil spirit who haunted the Six Bears? The one we drove away? Well, don't think I'm crazy, but he visited me in a dream. Says I'm a thief because I stole his sword. Remember that big one Armak broke it also? Says he has all my tribe as hostages, all of them, Nilak too. Says they will be dead, and if I don't return the sword. Did you really steal that sword? Oh, no need to lie now, I found it. I lied to her when I took it in battle, but that giant was dead for a long time. How could I know he would want his old piece of iron back? Yeah. Did you really steal that sword? Yeah, does he know that the sword is broken? He knows. I saved the hilt. Ghost tells me to forge a new blade. He even said how to do it. There's a whole ritual. What? Said first I have to fix the sword, then he will tell me where my tribe is. So, what do we do? The repair will cost a lot. I never held so much amount in my hands, but Nilak. New events, reforging the sword. Okay. So we will need to... How do we... Okay. Let's go and talk to Tristian then. Right? Let's go and talk to Tristian. Let's see what Tristian is up to. Hold on. He is here.
Onwards. We do it my way.
Tristian, there you are. You come. It's so strange, I don't know if I should be glad or frightened. Anyway, thank you for finding some time for me. Okay. Loki, stop it. Okay. Since you freed me from Nyrisa's power, I've had time to think about what happened to me and what Nyrisa did to me, about what she truly did. When I found myself here without my wings, in a mortal body, I was terrified, and I believed everything she told me, for I believed it was she who'd stolen my freedom. At last I discovered that Nyrisa had lied to me, and ever since I've sought a way to regain Saran Ray's gifts. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get you down. And do you know what I realized? No one is capable of taking the Deva's gifts granted by his creator. No one except for the Dawnflower herself. So you were made mortal by Saran Ray herself? Tristian nods. I found no other explanation for what happened to me. Nyrisa's power is great, but not so great as to turn angels into mortals. I wanted to know if the way back to Saran Ray is open for me. I spent endless hours in prayer, asking back one thing. Hey, Jensen, welcome back. A sign, a vision, a portent, a single word, and all I got in return was silence. Tristian smiles crookedly, hiding a grieving grimace. I wanted so badly to do something extraordinary, and it appears that I succeeded. I fell so low that even my most merciful lady couldn't forgive me for my sins. But the goddess still grants you spells. Yes. Perhaps this weak hope is the only thing that keeps me from losing my mind to despair. Or is this meager pittance but an eternal reminder of what I have lost? No. My merciful lady may be strict, but she's not capable of such unforgiving sanction. Anyway, I didn't ask you to come to listen to my whining. I do not wish that my mortal deeds will end at deception and betrayal. It has cost me so much. You see a crumpled leaflet, one of the invitations for the Kingdom of the Cleansed. I wish to put an end to at least one evil that Nyrisa spawned, and I'm asking for your help in this. These cleansed simply will not rest. It's strange, actually. The goddess who demanded your death was Nyrisa, and after the kingdom failed in its mission, she broke all ties with the first faithful. Yet still, his followers? You mean her followers seek your death? Do they actually hope to return to her favor? What are you going to do when you find the kingdom? Consider me naive, but I still believe even the blackest soul can find repentance. I will try to find it even in the dark souls of the cleansed. I would not deny anyone of saving grace. Maybe you can finally tell me who this first faithful is and what is the kingdom of the cleansed? I only know what I could overhear or what Nyrisa boasted to me. The one called the first faithful is a former priest of Erastil named Rutgerd. When the bloom came to his village, he lost his faith in Erastil, didn't protect his congregation, and Rutgerd was stripped of his position. After this, he set off for the Temple of the Elk to pray to his god one last time, and if he didn't answer, to throw curses in the face of his idol. Like so many others, Rutgerd was fooled by Nyrisa. She pretended to be the goddess of these lands, told Rutgerd of the curse of the queen, and promised him untold gifts in return for the deaths of his ruler. It was she who invented the name of this new cult, devoted to herself, and made Rutgerd its high priest. She knew just how to flatter him in his moment of weakness and despair, and he, in return, did everything he could to draw his former congregation into this vile cult. Okay, where do we start? I knew I could trust you and ask for your help. I heard that the cultists of the kingdom have been sighted once again, but now they no longer shout their slogans in broad daylight. No, they crawl from their lairs under cover of darkness to abduct people to sacrifice. At least that's what is being said. We should return to their temple without walls, where they once held their rituals. Of course, the first faithful is not so foolish as to return to the scene of his crimes. But perhaps another one of the cleansed has visited this meeting place, held rituals, remembered the past, gods know what else. If we are lucky, we might find something there. Wow. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. We should go to that clearing, it seems. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where's that clearing though? Let's go and find. Hey Jensen, how are you? We finally been to Pitax. I wanted to buy so many things, but I couldn't. And I had no idea if I should have stayed there and then talked to the other guests.
I require rest.
And one of my quests failed with Lindsay. Anyway, yeah, this was here, the Rushlight fields. And I didn't buy anything from those merchants, and I couldn't go back after the tournament was finished. So I think I probably missed the chance to buy those items, right? Secret Sanctum, we need... we need Tristian with us. Oh god. Okay, I'm not going to give you any more items yet. Christian, please. Maybe just these and you're fine. Yeah, I failed this one. Where was it? This one. Bard's Calling. Although we talked to Atelia, I don't know. He was still there after the competition. We went there to talk to her, but nothing prompt. I don't know. Should I just go and play that part again? I'm too late to restart. Why do you say that? Is it? Is it too late? Okay, oh, one more level. Uh, because I hard saved around here, I guess. Did I? I should save it here. Yeah. I hard saved it before entering the Rushlight tournament. Let me see. Let me save here. Then go load that one. Is it actually important that I finish Lindsay's quest? Yeah. Let me show you where we are. We were. Yeah. Before entering the Rushlight fields, I made a hard save. Should I go and complete Lindsay's quest? Let's see. I will just rush directly to that Gintaran chick. Try to talk to her and see if we can actually finish Lindsay's quest. If we cannot, then talk to Atalia. Okay.
Well, my crown bearer.
I've
Forgive me.
already listened to you.
Sir Northropple, of course, of course. It's no so. Oh,
Mhm.
well.
Yeah. Let's go and talk to that
Won't be halted.
chick. And see if we can, yeah, actually do that. Come on. Yeah, let's just bluff our way out of this. I don't want to deal with you. And we haven't bought anything from these traders. Maybe I should now. Come on. Yeah, we need to make that stealth check as well. We succeeded. Something dangerous. Yeah, Amar. Celebration. Yeah, they were talking about that. Yeah, it seems to be the problem. This Deschamps is just going to, yeah, want us to deal with those pirates. Okay, fine.
Onwards.
Let's go and talk to that chick fast. Nope, not these. I mean, if I can finish Lindsay's quest
I lead, you follow.
this way. Where was that chick though?
We do it my way.
She was around here somewhere, right?
Applause, please.
I won't be halted.
Nope, not there. Talia, yeah. There she is. Let's just save it here. Lindsay has some interesting news for you. Strange, it didn't actually happen when we first came here to talk to this lady, though. Yes, Professor Abald found refuge in our capital, and you know what? He's writing his memoirs of his time at the academy. I'm sure it'll be an entertaining read for everyone in Pitax. No, all of Avestan. A book, you say? How brave of him. I hope he doesn't neglect to include the details of his dismissal. What details? What do you mean? Irovete kicked Professor Eobald out of just being too smart, didn't he? I'm sure that's exactly how he described it. They call him the insightful for a reason after all. Anyway, forgive me, but I've no interest in discussing this topic further. If you'd like to exchange idle gossip, I'm sure you can find much more willing and interesting company here. I suspect you know to whom I'm referring. What was that? Okay, we completed this and talked to animated Elavara. Where was she though? We couldn't find her.
Head on!
Hmm. There she is. Hmm. Okay. Oh, Isolde, the famed Baroness. Excuse me, the Queen of Arcadia now. Maestro Bellavera, do you remember me? Lindsay, of course I remember you and your nonsense at the poetics exam. I hear you have your own publishing house now. I didn't take you for the entrepreneurial sort, but I'm happy you finally found your calling. I believe Lindsay had a question for you. Oh, I just hope it isn't about any of the lectures I used to give you at the academy. Go ahead, ask away. Sorry, but I really need to know the truth. Why did Irovete kick Professor Eobald out of the academy? Oh yes, he did move to your kingdom, didn't he? I'm curious how he portrayed his dismissal. I'd bet it was something like a poem in 6 verses, recounting the tale of a tyrant ousting a poor but honest scientist for telling the truth. The reality is much more mundane. Irovete didn't fire Eobald, Natalia did. And I have to give it to her this time, unlike most times, she was completely right. What am I hearing? A respected scholar and author of so many books, articles, and memorandums lied? Unbelievable. Jubilos. Why did Natalia expel Eobald though? Well, Eobald is a very fine teacher of course, but he pays too much attention to how his favorite students perform in class and not enough to their extracurricular activities. Why worry if they steal a trinket here or there, or maybe rough someone up on occasion, so long as their poetry and music are exemplary? Predictably, this led to a sad end. What was supposed to be just another innocent joke from one of his favorites, Alandi, led to someone's death. Wow. It was an accident, certainly. The kids just underestimated their own strength. Natalia expelled a lot of them, and as always, Eobald went to stand up for them, but this time he discovered that her patience was not boundless. She blamed him, said that he had let his troublemakers run wild so he could get out of the academy along with them. She told him she won't tolerate any more bullying, even if it's coming from genius students, blah blah. Ah. If Rovetti didn't banish Eobald then, why did he send those cutthroats after him? He'd planned to return the old man to Pitax and make Natalia reinstate him into the academy. Or failing that, he at least wanted to keep him from going to you. Eobald Insightful is a prominent name. Of course, Irovetti would want the teacher serving him rather than his neighbors. He doesn't like to discuss the academy's internal affairs behind that neat facade. There are too many events, blah blah blah. I'm not sure you should be thanking me. I see poor Lindsay's not too happy with this truth. Hey, come on girl, cheer up. Being disappointed by people is practically a professional necessity for people like us. Whatever I may have said before, you're not a bad bard, and that means sometimes you have to face the music. Ah. Hey, tell me about King Rovetti. Love him or hate him, you can't deny he's a great man. Pitax was a boring place before him. Only pirates, fences, and other scum did any business in the area. But then King Rovetti came and turned it into a cultural capital of the region. With him in charge, the arts have flourished and the city is being filled with songs, paintings, and statues. I just pray that Calistria breathes the same love of the arts into the withered hearts of some of the other rulers in the region, who'd prefer to squander their resources on saber rattling. Sober rattling, excuse me. Saber rattling. Some say that King Grovete doesn't have a taste for arts. Any successful person gets haters spreading blah blah blah. What is going on? He is also an unsurpassed singer, a skilled hunter, an excellent horseman, and able to bake fancy breads while juggling daggers. If you begin on the path of singing the praises of your superiors, dear, at least use your imagination. Does the king have any enemies? Of course he has enemies, lots of them, just like anyone who's actually accomplished anything in life. Take some of the old trade houses, for example, Liacenza. Hey, Yalten, welcome back. Liacenza and some others whom he stripped of their power. They'd love to see him at the bottom of the river, but even now, in their mutual sorry states, they can't manage to work together. There's also Irsei Kailese, captain of the guard. Tell me about the Rushlight tournament. Our beloved king has run this tournament. Blah blah blah. Yeah, let's go. Can't believe a teacher lied to me all this time. That was your quest, Lindsay? Come on. That is so boring. Okay, let's go and talk to the other guests. Nunzio is the groundskeeper for the tournament. We will need to talk to her and start with the Mosconi. I've actually talked to everyone here earlier. I'm just replaying this part just to finish Lindsay's. Yeah, so we meet again. This isn't the first. So Irovete considers a rival. At least you're honest with me. Blah, blah, and blah. Let's go. Let's go.
Look ahead.
Okay, hold on. While we're still here, let me also wear this. Oh, no. Not with me, though. Let's just wear this with Valerie. Yeah, this one. Persuasion checks. We need to make those persuasion checks. And do we actually need to make stealth checks? Or maybe trickery checks with Lindsay, but we've already full. Yeah, we're already full. Yeah, let's go and talk to this captain of the guards. We've already talked to him. Pitax, what seems to have a tight grip. How might you recommend? Oh, I hear you're not pleased with the way you read the rules. Okay. Diplomacy check. Righteous heart, rotten environment. Take care, guard. Your honor will bring woe upon you. Your words are true, noble guard. Please accept my compassion and admiration. To serve the law and the needs of the people with so much against you, even your own ruler, no deed could be more worthwhile. Okay. Be careful. Okay.
I lead, you follow.
Okay. Yeah. These guys are doing Pokemon fighting. I don't want to bet. Yeah, these guys, Mr. Radio. Anything else here?
We do it mine.
Yep. And the merchants. Let me show you what they sell though. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff.
It's just not
Really? You couldn't pick this up?
Is not the way it works.
39? Okay. Okay, we failed to pick it. I guess let's not waste so much time on it. Let me show you. Let me show you, Jensen. And you guys would probably give me
My way.
some advice on what to buy and what to skip. I am definitely going to buy some armor for Valerie first, and then show you this trader. That trader's wares. Okay. Show me your wares. Okay, I am going to buy the no, not that one. The adamantine full plate and the tower ship +4. Thank you. Where's Valerie? There she is. Okay. I will wear this one next. Yeah. After our persuasion checks are done. Yeah. Yeah, I will show you. I will show you.
I lead, you
Yeah.
follow.
So many cool things here. I have around 440-ish K gold. And this ring, look at this. Look at this thing. Circumstance bonus. Ah. I mean, I can only activate 4 of them though. Let's just read the first sentence. The wearer of this ring can, after resting while wearing it, activate up to 4 abilities from the list below. Right? But circumstance bonus is actually everything. Anyway, ring of protections, just and this belt of physical perfection, 200k though. And this one, look at this one. Let me show you. First, second, and third level spells empowered and extended. I will cast them empowered and extended. Come on. Another mantle perfection. Some NAC amulets. Let me show you the Absolver's Cloak as well. But it can only be worn by good characters, and there's the evil version. But let's check them. 4 bonus to AC, 4 resistance bonus to all saves, enhancement bonus to persuasion skills. All good stuff. And we have +5 cloaks of resistances. Cloaks of resistance, excuse me. And I am confused. I am confused. I don't know what to buy. This is an incredible belt. I don't know. Circumstance bonus to maybe strength, dex, and weapon damage rolls, skill checks. I don't know. It looks incredible. Hmm. Physical perfection is also nice, but I'm hoping going to find some of them in the future, I guess. Okay, cloak of resistances are cloaks of resistance, excuse me, are also good, right? I don't know, I'm confused. And one more question, if I just don't buy these items from these traders, they're permanently gone, right? I cannot return back here, can't do anything else. Absolver's cloak is good as well. Damn it, Valerie. Why are you not good? Lawful good. I'm confused. Still cannot decide. Ring of Circumstances. Yeah, the bonuses are fine, but 400k, almost 400k gold for it. I don't know. I don't know. Say I bought this for Valerie. What would I go with? Strength, X, Constitution, and saves, right? I don't know. 400k is really too much gold. Hmm. What should we go with? Local resistances? They're cheap, right? Yeah. 400k, almost 400k. Hmm. Wow. Wow. Another ring on another vendor.
We do it my way.
Okay, let's talk to this gnome. Gonna talk shifty. Who are you? What is it you sell? How much recommend? You know, they're a salesman. Quiet. Too many people here, too many years. You want to talk business? Find me out in P-Tax. Okay. Very well then. Another trader, you say? Not these. Probably not this one because That one was selling rods and scrolls, but let me see. Goblin vendor? No, the goblin vendor was selling some stupid stuff. Let me show you. Where is it? This is the goblin vendor. Yeah. Merchant. Let's see. Yep. Camping supplies. Fearsome full mace of Chwerk.
We do it my way.
Yeah, while we're here, let's go and talk to Salvaway. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Don't believe we met. Fallen shipments, perhaps Pitax. Wow. Burn. Okay, a fine day to you,
I
sir.
lead, you follow.
Next, let's go and check this trader. Yeah, no worries, Jensen. Show me your wares. This is for, yeah, kineticists. Extend rods. Quicken rods. And that's it. Nothing else here. There is probably another trader though. I will go and... Oh, we didn't talk to the priest. Let's go and talk to the priest first. There's a dwarf.
Onward.
Let's go and, yeah, fail miserably. Uh-huh. Okay. Lindsay. Try to pick this one.
Anything else?
Thank you. How about the second one?
I failed.
God damn it, you failed. You failed with the second one already. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's talk to the Achansa.
I will not falter.
Tell me about yourself. What caused you to lose influence? Blah blah blah. Citizens love Iroveti. Yeah. Okay. Dre, let's talk to Dre. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Hilton. Yeah. Have a good night, I suppose. Take good sleep. Yeah. We will probably catch each other later. Have a good weekend as well. Let's talk to Dre, the High Priest of Callistra. Uh-huh. And make the diplomacy check. Issue with his reign. Blah blah blah. What you recommend? I heard you're not exactly happy. Thank you. They talk to Anime Day. There's got to be another trader around here. Where was he though? Nope. I think that's it. Oh, hold on. I need to check.
We do it my way.
Damn it. We couldn't open that lock though, right? There was a greater extend rod there. That's what I was thinking about. Come on.
I won't be
Oh
halted.
god. That was... What? Hey, you can't be here. This is High Priest King... High Highness King Roetis camp. You cannot be here? What do you mean you cannot be here? I'm aware. He's the one who invited me. We're not supposed to allow anyone. If the king commands it, we will. But at this point, you could be a thief or... Okay. What do you mean? Idiot.
Head on!
Yep, it's not here. Okay, that was probably in that locked chest. Okay, let's go and do the challenges. Hopefully. Let me give this stealth cloak to Dio. Thank you, and then maybe also this to you. And save it here. And let's do this. Rushlight tournament. What event? What are the events? I'm ready to participate. Let's begin. Book events. Let's go. We can't do athletics. We'll do stealth. Thank you. Another stealth check. Oh. Maybe we should do this. Why not? Another trickery. Thank you. Okay, we did it. And the second one? Boasting contest. Yeah, diplomacy. Let's go with diplomacy. 23k experience out of that. Let's go with diplomacy as well. And that's it. We just roasted them. Yeah. Yeah, those were the traders. And I don't know what to buy, to be honest. I don't know what to buy. What do you say, chat? What should we buy? I mean, yeah, these are incredible items, but 400k. Actually worth 400k. Should we just go with Cloak of Resistances and maybe Natural Armor Amulets? What do you say? Hold on, let me turn these lights on as well. What should we do? I say let's just get 2 of these. Yeah, they are awesome, but I actually need the Absolver's Cloak. Against evil aligned creatures. Probably we will find cloaks, these cloaks and these amulets. Okay, maybe yeah, let's just go with this. And how about this? Okay, let's just spend all our coin with these two items. Okay, let's do this. Ouch. We did it. We did it. No coming back. Ah. Shit, Valerie. Okay. And the ring. Should we give this to? Probably. They should work together, right? Right? So yeah, I might get a circumstance bonus to my spells. Yeah, to the DCs of my spells. And obviously more charisma, meaning more saving DCs, more saving throws. I don't know. And circumstance bonus to all skill checks. This will be perfect for Lindsay as well. And for Ekondayo as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Nah, they're just stupid items. Not even close. I've sold everything before coming here. Even stuff that we might use. Okay, let's go and finish the tournament. Let's get the ring from Irovetti. Right? Where was the...
I lead, you follow.
Nunzio. Is there actually anything else to do here, though? We actually need to go and talk to the other guests. We talked to them earlier, right? Probably not. Let's just save it here. And finish the rest of the tournament. Okay, hold on. It means we will be going inside to fight with them without any of our items or whatever. Yeah, I'll just... I'll just go in and get my ass handed to me, right?
Dispatch those fools!
I don't even bother. Let's just... whatever. Ball ring. I did hit someone. Hold on. We might have a... hold on.
Out of my way!
Let's see. I need to roll a 20, right? Kung Fu fighting. Nope. Nope. Probably not gonna happen, but...
Them through.
20. I hit this guy on a 20.
Ah!
Ouch! Nope, this guy is going to destroy us.
Ah!
Oh, come on. No, 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 no. At least we were down to 2 peeps. Come on. Come on.
Ah!
Oh god. This is just stupid. God.
Heal me quickly.
I'm just rolling in the mud against these half-naked, drunken T-Tax brawlers. This is just so humiliating. That was it. Okay. Tournament is finished. And yeah, blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Hunt the Baroness put on, clearly imitating my tournament. It was beyond description. While guests were out hunting hydras and owl bears, the latter came from behind and ate at the banquet table.
Let's go with
all
diplomacy
no,
thing.
Forgive me, I don't. All I
Okay.
this year, no one managed to.
Let's go with another diplomacy check.
Hear it for the winner.
Your Highness.
If you please. I know you're not
I hope my
exactly a
victory
master
didn't
of
offend.
ceremonies, but
I do
please
apologize.
try
It's
to say
hard
something
to
articulate
tone
my
down
guests.
all this talent. So true. Let's go with it.
And
Okay. Okay. So they just went to Pitax. And now we're waiting word from Pitax. Okay, let's go and take those remaining items. Yeah, this will be perfect for Valerie so that we can wear this cloak as well. And I might wear this one, this, and the Absolver's cloak. So, anything else? Oh, the robe. Yeah, where was it? Yeah, this one. Okay, we're fine. How about you, Valerie? We have a spare ring. Protection +4. I would like it on Sophia. And another +3. Yeah, on Ekundai, obviously. And we should wear this one and then give this one to Jubilost and Knowledge Arcana. Oh! Yeah. You go with this one. Jubilost, right? 20 AC. Let's check our knowledges. Nice, nice. Perceptions. Not that good. How about our stealth? Encumbered. You're encumbered, Jubilost? Really? Okay, let's just save it and then... yeah. Thank you, Jensen. Thank you. Good night and have a good weekend. Let's just go and finish the rest of the things that we did earlier. This is Pitax, right? And I don't want to enter Pitax just yet. Let's go and attack these pirates. And we did exactly what... Oh shit. Mobility. We did it. Trickery. Do that one as well. Let's go and attack these guys and then... Yeah. Make some diplomacy checks. Ouch. Oh. The approach from... White Alchemist? We approach from... another angle. Yeah. Is that it? Okay. Yeah, let me just buff for 1 or 2 rounds and then go into real-time combat and then finish. Yeah, this is delay our turns. And delay our turn again, maybe even to here. Let's get some buffs. Paste everyone. And then end our turn. Gibelost, would you like to... Nope. Maybe attack someone? Here? Nope. Delay your turn. Lindsay. Come on, Lindsay. Yeah. Let them come to us. Lindsay, okay, a good hope. And
Clever boy.
okay.
I grant you death.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go into...
Let us strike as one.
Why not? Yeah, okay. The fight is interrupted because... Yeah, the real leader is coming and she's going to talk to us. Oh, there's attack my camp. Triple immediately identified the symbol, the blue outfit and the heron insignia, blah blah. Knowledge world check. Who are you? This is a terrible mistake. Let's make a diplomacy check. Yeah. 11k. Experience, another diplomacy check. Right. Okay. Dealt with them. So we will go back to Pitax. After we can go inside Pitax and confront this guy, Amar. Yeah. I can't remember where that... Ornate ruins? No. I need to find the... Oh, come on. Couldn't find it. Hold on. Oh god. What was the... Hold on, I need to check something real fast. Bling bling. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the other part of the mysterious shrine. Let me... It is... got to be around here somewhere. Shit. I don't want to go back and load. No. Probably I need to get back here and then cross the river. Let's try to avoid it. It's got to be around here somewhere. Yeah. Have to get inside.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Deal with some red caps. Loot the nice, cool scimitar.
I won't be halted.
See? I won't even bother with solving this puzzle, not just yet, because I need to find the other combinations. They're in the world map. And before we move in, I will need to buff
Battles
everyone.
wait.
I'm listening.
Owlcat Games on the leopard.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Just letting the ink dry.
Another good hope, please.
Together we stand.
I will protect.
Okay. Second round.
Move already.
Don't hesitate.
And the Similodon.
Quiet, I'm thinking.
Thank you, Jiggleosk.
What troubles you?
Let us not
Another
hesitate.
Shield of Fate.
I'm open to your orders.
Ah, I can die. Skin, obviously.
No one stands in my way.
I am yours to command.
No strength. Not the dog.
What's new?
Shield on
And
him.
Lindsay was called for.
Cast Grace on Valerie.
I stand ready.
The dog and then a bark skin.
Be on guard.
Yeah. Fourth round, let's go with Animal Growth.
Here.
And maybe another... What next?
My
Lacy.
skills are getting rusty.
Anything is possible.
Yeah. Yep, lay
Our time
poison.
has come.
Adventures calls them.
Cast based on us. Okay.
Everyone is mortal in this world, especially when I'm around.
Give the
Wow.
order.
Maybe enlarge.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Okay. Let's go
I
then.
always did what was right. Therefore, I became righteous. Does it mean I have right because I am righteous?
Let's just save. And then go and deal with the red caps.
Time to search for the spot.
To victory!
And probably get into, yeah. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, this guy is flat-footed? No, who's flat-foot? No one is flat-footed. This guy has to be flat-footed though. Anyway, let's attack this one.
Hide from me.
Nice. Still not dead though. Wow. Ouch. Okay. Oh, nope. Stinking cloud around here will be fine. Thank you. And let's attack this one. For flanking reasons, obviously. Nice. And Jubilast, why don't you just... Yeah. 4 bombs, please. Thank you. Nice. Okay. Gonna charge because of this. Okay, let me delay then. Let's just wait for this guy. And nauseate it as soon as it just came in the cloud. I love it. Just love it. Thank you, Lindsay. Let's start attacking these
Serves you
clowns. Sophia, 3 attacks, I'll take it. Thank you, thank you. Let's attack this prone guy. He's dead. Valerie, would you like to... Let's outflank.
Do not falter! Ah!
There's another one. And... Ouch. Yeah, let's kill this
Nowhere
one.
to run.
Nice. There's actually nothing else to do now. No need to do anything. Let's kill the rest of them. Thank you, Jubilast.
You deserved it.
Where's the other one though? There it is. Dodgy Redcap Trickster. Dodgy.
Do not hold back.
89 critical hit. 89. Anyone else here? Oh, this guy. Yeah, let's just blank this one and it's dead. And yeah.
Onwards!
And there's this guy. And
I aim true.
they're not dead. Okay. Now they're all dead. Okay, let's just loot them. Let's go and loot the scimitar, incredible scimitar. I will just wield it with Sophia. obviously, and I'll show you what this is for people just now tuning in. Thundering Claw of the Bear God. It is a +4 enchanted scimitar. It also adds shock damage and thundering damage, and as well as if you land a critical hit, it will just cast a 5d6 damage against the 24 DC lightning bolt with lightning storm, right? And as well as while we are wielding this scimitar, our pets automatically gain shock and sonic damage to all of their attacks. We tested it, it works, and yeah, incredibly powerful item.
We do it my way.
Let's go.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Yeah, it will be nice, Lindsay, but we have so much to do. Let's go back. Oh shit. Because of your failed quest, we had to redo the last 3 hours of gameplay.
Time
Okay.
to search for the spot to rest.
We can now go to Hemlock Island. Right. Let's go.
A rest would be welcome.
Yeah. Probably
We should
approach
gather our strength.
from here. That mutagen is still going on. Wow. Okay, let's just save it here. And then go inside. It is a book event. Let's try to do this. I'm not going to reread everything, but yeah, we're doing a diplomacy check. Succeed. Yeah, basically while traveling inside this island, we're surrounded by a fog, and all of a sudden we got separated. Isolde just disappears, I guess, all of a sudden, and when she just returns back to her companions while they're still resting alongside a bonfire, there she spots another Isolde, and the party members obviously are definitely sure that the Isolde standing next to them is the real one, and the real Isolde actually emerging from the fog makes some checks, and then yeah, they understand that this is the imposter, and we get these bracers from those illusionists, right? So let's wear them as well. That was the Hemlock Island.
We should gather our strength.
Yeah, let's go and nope.
Oh, time to get some rest, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go and yeah, go here. And then teleport back to the capital. Let's get inside. Lindsay is going to tell us a story, a sad story. And some of our artisans will bring us some of the
Time to
items that they
search
created.
spot to rest.
And Amiri is going to talk about the ghost hunting her about the stolen bastard sword. Yeah, Professor, I can't believe you lied to me this whole time. Don't try to deny it. I've heard everything. How you covered for bullies, how it wasn't even Irovetti who fired you. It was Atalia. How could you? Lindsay, please calm down. I didn't deceive you. You never even asked about the circumstances of my dismissal, remember? It's a sensitive subject. I may not have been a good enough student to be one of your favorites, like Alondi, but I do remember the basics, like the 7 types of lies. And I definitely remember your lecture on lives of omission. You wanted me to write a book about all the atrocities going on within the walls of the academy, and you left out a pretty big one. You never told me a student died because of you. What other sensitive subjects have you been avoiding? Lindsay, I beg you. Please, let me explain. Eobald, is this true? Yes, Your Highness, I'm afraid it is. As I devoted all of my attention to developing the talent of my students, I fear I neglected the moral development, and this led to tragic results. But with all due respect to Headmaster Gitaran, I don't believe in incorrigible villainy, especially not at such a young age. Shalene teaches us not to renounce those who stumble, but to give them a chance to reform. I traveled to your lands in the hopes of a new beginning for my student and for myself. Okay. There's no direct lie. I admit that in some cases I may have concealed or misrepresented some details to protect the innocent. But believe me, it was with noble intentions. Irovetti's atrocities are no secret to anyone, and this book may well bring about the fall of a tyrant, but I cannot allow the Academy to perish alongside Irovetti. There are too many innocents, wonderful artists, poets, and composers who've been tainted by Irovetti's crimes against their will. They stand to lose everything if we publish the truth in its entirety. So, to put things simply, the book is full of lies, isn't it? Your innocent colleagues all pandered to Irovetti, and you want to shift all the blame onto him alone, so they all come out clean. What I want is to protect the little good that King Irovetti brought into this world. The Academy is more than just wrongdoings and bullying. It's made up of many brilliant artists who have the potential to change the world for the better. Should we freely trample flowers just for happening to grow out of a muck heap? Lindsay, what do you think? I don't know. Teacher, you told me so many times that the world isn't made of things. It is made of stories. And we ourselves are made of the stories we tell and believe. But shouldn't those stories also be true? You said that people are essentially animals who love stories. Did you really mean that people are just lying beasts? Well, what is the truth then? A precise statement of past events? We're not new shanks or historians. Bound to precision for the sake of precision. A bard must take into consideration how her story will affect her audience. Truth and fiction are our materials. They are as valuable to us as rough marble to a sculptor. The same story used to evoke anger, envy, or fear can be turned to inspire bravery, love, and hope. Both versions told in full truth. The events at the base of the story aren't what's important. What's important is the lesson your listeners take from it. I don't know what to do. I want to burn the manuscript, start over and write the whole dirty truth about Academy, but maybe the teacher is right. And what would be a horrible mistake? Maybe saving the good the Academy brings is more important than punishing everyone who's guilty. Okay, Eobald is right. This cruel world lacks beauty. We have to preserve what little we have. I think you're right, Lindsay. Eobald, what of the student who died because of your favorites? No one will ever see his creations, and he won't be getting a second chance either. Mm-hmm. 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 Nope. Yeah, chaotic good. You're right, of course. Shalene teaches us to value human life above art. And I let my eyes be clouded. Who am I to put the work of my favorite students before people's lives? How many creative artists does the world lack because we encourage their attackers? I'm sorry, Lindsay. You've taught your old teacher a lesson today. We'll rewrite the book. I'll tell you everything I know and everything I'm guilty of. Okay. I'll conceal nothing. Blah blah. Okay. Thank you then. Okay, Tristian wants to talk to us again. Okay, we did this one as well. Okay, artisans are going to bring us some items. This was all work. Thank you. Let's move. Yeah. Now we're fine. Now we're back to where we... Oh, load it again. Let me see. Excuse me, let me check something real fast. All these messages. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go and talk to Amiri then. Right? Let's go and talk to her. And then talk to Tristian. And we need to go and check that dungeon where Harem actually told us about. Right? Golem? The Shege clan? Yeah, let's go and talk to them. Okay. We talked to Amiri earlier because I'm just skipping these parts. Blah blah. Did you steal that? Yeah, let's see what I can do. Reforging the sword. Let's go and talk to Tristian. He is standing next to Harem. Probably talking about some issues of divinity. Some religious chatter. I don't know if Harem is ready to get back to the fold of Torak though. There's got to be something in his story. I mean, yeah. We talked to Tristian earlier as well. He is ashamed. He just wants to... get rid of what he participated in. Specifically the faithful of the Kingdom of the Clans, right? First faithful is a former priest of Erastil named Rutgard. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, where do we start? We need to go and check that clearing with
Won't be halted.
Tristian. Okay. Let's just get out.
I lead, you follow.
We need to get Tristian with us, right? And how about Harem? We just get Harem as as well. Let me just first check the world map though. Let's check the world map and see if our paths cross. Ah. Let's see.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Okay, you're exhausted. Oh god. Okay. Sacred Sanctum is here. Now we will just stay Tristian here. And after that, we will just leave Tristian, get Harem, go to the Lost Dwarven Fortress. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's go to the secret sanctum. Shit. Earlier we killed some greater fire elementals, and that triggered the countdown on this key. Removed its charges to unless. Okay. Let's just level you up, Christian. Maybe a skill focus on low religion, I guess. Because I don't want to use you on anything serious. Okay. Maybe also let's check your spells. How many spells? Probably full strength. What was this one? Inspiring recovery. Heal. Let's get another heal. I'm on huge fire elemental. Mass All's wisdom. Might be useful for those clutch wisdom saves. Okay. Greater restoration. Holy word. Exceed your castle levels are unaffected. Okay. Sunbeam. I guess. Is this personal? All creatures? I don't know. Let's check these greater elementals though. Maybe, yeah, just for variety, right? Yeah, let's just check them. Okay, and we need to shit. Let's just rest in the capital then. Yeah, we're exhausted. We're exhausted. Let's just rest here. Go to that clearing. Let's finish Tristian quest. Let me check something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Seems that the final shroud of insanity has fallen, unlocking the passage. Yeah, we could go and check this as well. Why not? We talked to Amiri, we talked to Tristian, and probably done. Other, reforging the sword. Yeah, we should start doing this with storyteller, I guess. 45 more days for Amiri's sword. Yeah. And hold on, Eternal Guardians. These are, yeah, golems, right? 7 to Arcane and Stability. Wow. Not bad. But before that, we actually need to level up. I mean, kingdom stats, we need to get higher in our ranks. Check these events too. DC 32. And Regongar can't, even Regongar can only deal with this with the chance of 41. Oh god. These events are just ramping up in difficulty. Castan can only... Oh no. Oh no. And we need to deal with this before the start of the next month, so we have around 18 more days. 18 more days. Can we rank up Warden, General? Yeah. 14 more days. Okay, let's just go and deal with... Let's just go and deal with Tristian's quest.
Time to get some rest.
Yeah. Time to get some rest. But it's actually coming to... closer to a 5-hour stream. Let's just go and see what's going on at the clearing and then probably end the stream. Yeah, I wasted so much time because of that failed quest. Lindsay's quest, yeah. Let's go here real fast. Yes, we will enter this location. Thank you. Your kingdom is destroyed, the game will be over. Yeah. I know. Fortunately. Oh, they're here?
We do it my way.
Are they? Here. Great goddess, receive your servant. Ah, yeah, they're just kidnapping people and then sacrificing them. Uh-huh. Oh, this is folly. Goddess has abandoned us. We're just wasting our time. Yes, you are. Haven't you read the letter? The faithful writes that the kingdom still lives, that he will rekindle the grace of the goddess and save us. Okay, you're probably wrong, but Dunsford, what about us? What about these lands? They just spotted us? Let's just talk, guys. Let's just talk. Come on. Yeah. Let's just talk. Come on.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Well. Ouch. Nice. Thank you. Let me see. What about the ring? Oh. Charisma. Let's get charisma. And saving throws? Skill checks? Why not? 1, 2, 3, and probably save DCs, right? What is this? Yeah. Two. Tristian, would you like to maybe sunbeam or? Nope. Maybe a fireball. That was just stupid, but yeah. Why not? A fireball is a fireball. Fireball is an incredible utility spell, right? Come on, let's just turn this to real time and then finish it. Are we done? Christian is looking at something. This is a message from the first faithful. Looks like he's gathering his followers at a new location. Where though? Anything else here, Tristian? Probably not, right? Probably not. Okay. Let's just go then. Let's just go. Back to the capital. Or saving grace. Cyclops ruins. We find and send this kingdom. Okay. Okay, we need to take Tristian again with us, I suppose.
Head on!
Come on. Anyway. Yeah, welcome back, Yelton. Welcome back. Welcome back. But I was actually about to end this stream because it's already close to a 5-hour, yeah, marathon for me. But let me see where Tristian is actually talking about. That's, yeah, Cyclops. City of Hollow Eyes. We need to visit. We need to visit this place though. Yeah. Okay then. Okay. Okay. We will probably teleport there. Okay, I think it's a good place to just make another hard save. Here, exactly. Yeah. Thank you again, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your comments, for your tips. It was a slow and maybe a little bogged down